Welcome back. You're watching HFO-TV.
Welcome back to HFO-TV. This is Greg Frick, partner at HFO Investment Real Estate. And today we're here with Lee Fehrenbacher, one of our brokers here at HFO. We're going to talk a little bit about new construction that we've seen here in the last year, which has kind of been a big thing here in the Portland area in terms of the number of units. So thank you for coming back, Lee.
You betcha.
Maybe you can give us a little rundown of what we've seen in the last 6 months. I think it's about 6 months since we spoke last, of where we're seeing most of the construction activity and any big changes.
Most of the construction is happening in the core on the close-in east side, close-in west side.
Okay. So no big change from where it's been the last couple of years then?
Yeah, I mean, probably a little over 50% of all of the units being built are in the core, close-in east side, close-in west side. I think we had about a little over 6,000 units delivered between the beginning of last year and just up to about now. So quite a lot of units coming online.
Are you seeing any difference in terms of, is it just, again, a lot of core studios, one bedrooms? Are you seeing any difference or, proposed differences?
Yeah, I think the the micro units are still a little untested for this market. There are several projects in the works right now that are going to be breaking ground before too long, or that have recently broke ground. There was one in Hollywood that recently finished and has been in lease up. I understand that it's been doing fairly well. Outside of that, the majority of units are studios and ones. That has been kind of the favorite unit of new development.
I know there's been a lot of talk within Portland about something that got passed in February down at the state level, inclusionary zoning. Oregon and Texas, I think, were the only two states that didn't allow that, legally within the state. What do you think that's going to do on the construction side? What are you hearing? Because I know you do a lot with the builders, here in town. Kind of, what are they telling you about, what's on the board or what may come across?
Yeah, it's a big question mark right now. I know a lot of developers are kind of putting on the brakes right now in terms of looking at new projects, waiting to kind of hear exactly how the inclusionary zoning is going to play out for them. How is it going to affect the bottom line? Margins are really thin as they are right now. Construction costs are really high. Land costs are really high. I think we're at the cap for what we're going to see in terms of rent growth in the very near future. So I think, the problem for a lot of developers who are trying to pencil these projects on paper before they break ground is, is that income reliable, and is this major change going to come through and kind of take the rug out from under what they're working on?
Are we just exasperating the problem of affordability when we have less development?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's really interesting. We've been working on some properties for development here within our office, and some of the feedback that we've received is developers that would have been kind of all over that project even 6 months ago have really kind of put the brakes on, and in terms of not moving forward with the new project until this gets sussed out.
Until the unknown kind of gets.
Yeah, exactly. And I went to the Planning and Sustainability Commission hearing this week, and it was very interesting. A lot of developers there testifying, citing real life examples of how inclusionary zoning would impact real developments that have either been recently completed or are in the works right now. There's a local group of developers that looked at 16 market rate projects that are somewhere in that stage of planning to construction. And their basic assessment, they made a lot of suggestions on how the inclusionary zoning laws could be adjusted to work better for the city and help produce that affordable housing, because their thought was that essentially if this goes forward, we're going to see a total stop of construction, which, when we stop building apartments, rents go up. There's people keep moving here every day.
As long as people keep moving here, which frankly they are still moving here, so I don't see that's going to slow down.
Yeah, and I think last year the figure was more than 100 people, new people moving to the Portland metro area every single day.
Right.
So, the minute we stop slowing down, we start to see that pause. We feel that a couple of years later. in terms of higher rents, which we don't want to see.
It's a tricky situation on how they're going to deal with this. It really is.
Yeah, I think they were, and the commission, I think they were open to those comments. The developers that presented, I think the figure they used was amongst the 16 market rate projects they were looking at, that represented more than 2,000 units that would be delivered. None of those would have penciled or have been built with the new inclusionary zoning.
With the way it's been proposed by the city.
Exactly, with the way it's currently
Right,
proposed,
right.
yeah. So I think time will tell. I think we're going to see some changes to that policy before it gets approved. I mean, it's really interesting too. I mean, another thing in terms of change is, the recent figure out from Office of Economic Analysis was looking at the people moving here are in what they call their root setting years, between 25, 45 years old. As those people are now renters, but as they move into family situations, start having kids, the expectation is that they're going to look for more space, looking to maybe buy houses, larger units. Brings into question how competitive those studio and smaller units are going to be. Is there going to be a demand for larger units at that point in time? I mean, probably.
Well, that's the risk you take as a developer. You're not really building for today. You've got to build for what you think is going to be happening in 3 or 4 years. And as we've seen in the city of Portland, you're 2 years out just to get something up and done, and that may be longer now with some delays in terms of trying to deal with getting in prior to the inclusionary zone. So it'll be interesting. So, well, thanks again for coming. Thanks for the update. We'll keep everybody informed. Again, the city has kind of made a proposal, but they're asking for feedback now. And we'll probably see some kind of changes. So if those things go along, please come to our website as you see below, and we'll get more information on that. Thanks again for coming in. We'll see you next time on HFO-TV. Thanks, Lee. Thanks.
Our entire office specializes in multifamily real estate, making HFO the largest multifamily brokerage in the Pacific Northwest. Your success is our passion. Build your legacy with HFO. Call 503-241-5541. Or visit our website at hfore.com for more information.